Let me ask you though, Canelo this week actually said something interesting. He goes that Crawford's better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that? Do you feel like he is?
I think he's more all-rounded in some ways, but Mayweather was so good at certain things that made him impossible to beat. He really stuck to his niche of style, where Crawford kind of tries to fight the more honest, I guess, exciting, traditional way, being there, just moving out the way, landing the shot, where Mayweather would have you dancing around him and chasing him and falling short and falling in and countering the life out of you, and knew and understood 10-9 rounds better than anyone else. You only have to win 7-10-9 rounds clear and you've won the fight as long as you don't get put down. And obviously he never really got put down. I know there's a few question marks, but for all intents and purposes never got put down, and he was the best, one of the best to ever do it. It's very hard to go a whole career undefeated.
Terence "Bud" Crawford continued his spotless record by defeating Canelo Alvarez in a unanimous decision to claim the undisputed super middleweight title. The clash, scheduled on September 13, 2025, at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, was one of the year's most anticipated matchups. Crawford moved up 2 weight categories for the bout and entered the arena full of confidence. Even though Canelo was naturally bigger and known for his knockout power, Crawford controlled the tempo throughout, employing precise movement, crisp combinations, and great footwork to negate his opponent's size and strength advantage.
You can take a guy like Canelo, this guy can do, he can pick and choose who he want to fight. And I'm gonna tell y'all the truth about Canelo. Easy, man. Easy. Y'all sitting up here, y'all praising this dude. This dude was nothing. I was almost 40 years old when I cooked this dude.
You can compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
Floyd Mayweather has rekindled the boxing world, challenging Terence Crawford immediately following Canelo Alvarez's latest match. Mayweather, known for his unwavering confidence and flawless record, has made it plain that he is ready to return for another high-profile fight. The possibility of him facing Crawford, one of the sport's top pound-for-pound fighters, has fans and analysts buzzing, igniting great conjecture and anticipation. The excitement surrounding this prospective matchup is palpable, and the boxing world is paying close attention.
Floyd Money Mayweather just shared on social media that he bet $50,000 on Crawford to win, and he won $75,000 back. So Crawford made Mayweather $74,000. Most people that I talked to were betting on Canelo. A few people bet on Crawford. How much money did you win on Crawford? $200 here, $200 there. But most people that I know bet on Canelo. And we'll hear from Canelo. We're going to hear from Crawford. And I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, Floyd Money Mayweather, bet on Crawford and make some money. What do you want to see Crawford do next? What do you want to see Canelo do next? Let me know. Definitely interesting developments here tonight. When I watched the fight live, I thought Canelo won. I think Canelo won. I have to watch it again, but with no audio, because I know the broadcasters were all against Canelo. They were all against him all week from the rival. So I don't expect anything different.
Mayweather has also weighed in on the pound-for-pound debate, boldly declaring Terence Crawford the best boxer in the world right now. Following Crawford's dominant performance against Canelo Alvarez, Mayweather praised his precision, discipline, and supremacy across different weight divisions. In Mayweather's opinion, pound-for-pound supremacy is more than just accumulating belts. It's about consistently proving you can outperform the best. Crawford has solidified his position as the standard in today's boxing environment by defeating elite champions and keeping an undefeated record.
What did you think of the fight?
Man, I loved it, man. I loved the fight, man. I love the fight. I did not know how it was going to go. I didn't think the weight was going to be a problem for Terence Crawford. I'm on record as saying I didn't think it was going to be a problem, but it stood to be seen. It needed to be seen, and I knew we would have known after the first, second, or third round. You feel what I'm saying? And when I seen how Canelo was respecting his jab and how Canelo was respecting his power from the very beginning, I knew how it was going to go. And I knew that Bud was only going to get stronger and get bolder and, start to wear him down, because Canelo is known to start to wear a little bit in the later round.
Everyone said that Crawford was not going to exchange tonight, and he traded with Canelo up close.
Man, Bud is the best, man. Bud is the best. I've been on wax and saying that, Bud. I've been on wax and saying that for a couple of years now. I bet against Bud on Spence. I bet against Bud on Porter. I didn't think that Bud was the best. I got to give it to him. Bud the best, right? He hands down. He the best. He the best right now. I don't think nobody need to question him no more. I mean, you kind of got to give him his respect no matter what. You got to give him his respect. He just went up 2 weight classes what people said he couldn't do. He's doing everything that people say he can't do, and he is doing it with ease.
Break,
you got to respect that.
Break it down for me. How did he win that fight in the way he won it tonight?
He won the fight by gaining Canelo's respect. I think he was already in Canelo's head a little bit. I think that even though Canelo knew he was smaller and everything else, these fighters are still humans and they hear what the people are saying. Canelo was not Canelo. Crawford was undefeated. Look at what he did to the Spence. I mean, look at what he's doing to some of these people. So no matter what, I mean, you have to see that.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. backed Terence Crawford in this fight, expressing complete faith in his ability to defeat Canelo Alvarez. Even though Crawford was largely regarded as the underdog, Mayweather put a $50,000 moneyline wager at plus 148 odds, believing Crawford could win. When Crawford won by unanimous decision, Mayweather's wager came off handsomely, earning him $124,000. This gamble not only highlighted Mayweather's confidence in Crawford's abilities, but also demonstrated his great understanding of the sport's intricacies and strategy.
TV right here in the middle.
Yeah.
Champ, first off, I want to thank you for the illustrious career that you have given us in the game. You've been a steadfast professional in the way that you conducted yourself, and I want to thank you on behalf of all of the boxing media.
Thank you, sir.
Number
my
2,
pleasure.
Champ, I wanted to ask you, this was a fight that we haven't seen from you before. We've never seen you have the sustained and prolonged frustration during the fight. Was there a point in time where you figured that this just wasn't going to be my night? And if you did, when did that happen?
No, I never thought that. I always try. All the rounds I try, but you need to accept it, right? Sometimes you cannot go, and I try all the rounds. I never think about that because imagine. So I cannot think in that way, but I try my best tonight.
And lastly for me, Champ, in the world of comparisons that we live in right now, if you can, compare and contrast the fight between yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
After Canelo Alvarez declared Crawford is far superior to Floyd Mayweather, Floyd's uncle, Jeff Mayweather, responded sharply. He contended that Canelo's remark was most likely a planned ploy to improve Crawford's reputation, making Canelo's own defeat appear better in retrospect. Jeff pointed out that Canelo was in his prime when he faced Floyd, refuting the notion that Mayweather had passed his peak at the time. He also disputed the analogy on defense, admitting Crawford's talent but claiming that Mayweather's defensive prowess remains unparalleled in the sport.
How you is, you be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever, keep it real, boy. Keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll be this.
But you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd, nah.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll be this. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
Like plotting.
I ain't never been that type.
Canelo Alvarez recently admitted during a press conference that, "I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather." The remark surprised many, especially given that Alvarez's first professional loss came against Mayweather in 2013, when he was only 23 and undefeated. Crawford's performance against Alvarez was nothing short of extraordinary, with lightning-fast hands, deft agility, and razor-sharp tactical understanding allowing him to dominate all 12 rounds. Even after going up 2 weight classes, Crawford was able to nullify Alvarez's inherent power by deploying accurate counters and a disciplined defensive strategy to control the battle from beginning to end.
Right now, in your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford.
Crawford has long admired Mayweather, not only for his fighting ability, but also for the way he methodically constructed and preserved his career and legacy. Over time, that admiration grew into a genuine bond between the two champions. Crawford has received occasional counsel and insights from Mayweather, and he takes it seriously, listening carefully and putting it into practice. Their friendship extends beyond mentoring. It's based on a shared drive, a respect for tradition, and a shared knowledge of the effort required to achieve the peak of boxing success.
We remember, Canelo that time was a razor-thin decision. Floyd won, majority decision. C.J. Ross had it with what a lot of people had as a draw. And then the other two judges scored it for Floyd, of course. And that was a Floyd at the top of his game with a very green Canelo with very little experience, and he took him, into deep waters. So
what was Canelo? What, 20 something? 20 what? 23, 25?
Yeah, he was. Very, very young in the game, obviously.
Very young. He had more fights than Floyd, and he lost.
Yeah, but
man, that was 30-something years old, 36.
But Floyd was clearly at the top of his career, and Canelo had fought a lot of people. But
how you at the top of your career in your prime? You in your prime? You ain't in your prime when you're at 36. That's not your prime.
Did he lose? I mean,
your prime is in your 20s.
It's different for different people.
Yeah, okay. Well, it showed, and that's why Canelo is saying what he's saying.
Want
to make himself look like he did something.
Trainer Greg Hackett has joined the argument between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Terence Crawford, claiming that Mayweather still has the advantage. While acknowledging Crawford's amazing victory over Canelo Alvarez, Hackett underlines that Mayweather's unrivaled defensive skills and in-ring IQ are what set him apart. He admires Crawford's talent, but feels that Mayweather's unblemished record and supremacy across many weight classes cement his place higher in the all-time rankings. Hackett's point of view highlights the continuing debate in the boxing world over who genuinely defines greatness in this day and age.
The Floyd Mayweather that Canelo Alvarez fought.
Yeah.
In the last version of Terence Crawford that we've seen in the ring.
Yeah.
Who's the better fighter, Jim?
Of course you got to give it to Floyd. Floyd at that time, Ben, what's up? Floyd at that time versus Canelo was in total confidence. His skill set, his IQ, you know what I'm saying? Everything he do, he was just a complete fighter that night. But I feel like was up against a lot because he was fighting a guy that we knew something about, but we ain't know too much about. People don't understand how much a fighter could be thrown off by what he don't know. And the reason it throws you off is because you're actually learning about the fighter while you're in there. That's what Bud went up against that night. That's why he didn't look.
Eddie Hearn has openly dismissed Canelo Alvarez's argument that Terence Crawford is superior to Floyd Mayweather Jr. He stated that Crawford's professional CV did not quite compare to Mayweather's, adding that several of Crawford's opponents were likely past their prime when he faced them. Hearn highlighted Crawford's important wins, especially his recent victory over Canelo, but emphasized that he has not faced the same level of elite competition across numerous weight classes that Mayweather did throughout his storied career.
Canelo saying that Crawford's a better fighter than Mayweather. Do you agree with that?
No, I don't, but I think Crawford's a phenomenal fighter. The thing is with Crawford, and I was kind of goading him on this, and it's not his fault, his resume's not that impressive. Like I said to him, tell me your best win ever. This is what I said to him. And you know what he said? Ricky Burns. Right? Now, Ricky Burns is a great fighter. He's my guy. He's a 3-division world champion. But you can't say that he is, like one of the greats. He's one of the greats of Scottish boxing. But if you're talking about one of the greatest pound-for-pound fighters of all time, it's not Terence's fault that he hasn't been able to get those fights. But a lot of the guys that he's fought have been done. Even arguably Ricky Burns at the time. I know he went on to win other world championships, but he was kind of on the slide at that time. Kell Brook, Amir Khan. Gamboa, all of these guys. Who else did he beat? Ndongo, like Errol Spence, another example. Terence is brilliant, but he's never actually really had many notable victories. This would be it. I mean, this would be an incredible achievement. But I just feel like at the age that they're at, like, what is going to happen in this fight? And I just see I don't think Terence, because he shouldn't, is going to take that many chances in the fight. He needs to use his movement, use his footwork, which Canelo doesn't like, and win rounds. And Canelo doesn't really like to force a fight. When did you last see Canelo really trying to get a finish?
Caramel Matun recently stated that Floyd Mayweather is still the uncontested greatest boxer of all time. Despite the attention paid to Terence Crawford's ascension and recent dominance, Matun claimed that Mayweather's flawless record, unrivaled ring intelligence, defensive expertise, and ability to dominate across various categories set a standard that few can equal. He praised Crawford's amazing achievements, particularly his triumph over Canelo Alvarez, but emphasized that true excellence is more than just one fight or highlight moment. It's about consistent performance, longevity, and establishing history while remaining unbeaten at the top level. Tan believes Crawford is unquestionably world-class. However, Mayweather's legacy remains in a completely different level.
Sit with this, because 2 pound-for-pound greats of this era. Canelo, we see the resume. Crawford, 2-time undisputed, potentially this weekend becomes 3. I've said in a few interviews, is it skills pay the bills, or does a good big man beat a good little man? How do you see it?
I feel like the skills pay the bills, and I feel like Crawford's not that much literal than Canelo. We've seen in the face-off that they're around the same size. If not, Crawford like a little bigger. Yeah, for sure. So, really just, we're going to see tomorrow, how it plays out. Whoever the better man is that night, I feel like will win. I feel like it's even playing fields, and, both guys coming ready. So we're just going to have to see.
If Terence does win this, a lot of people are saying that puts him as the greatest of all time. Now, I know it's hard because obviously you've been with Floyd, and a lot of people are saying Floyd is the greatest. But does that at least put him in that conversation with your Floyd Mayweathers, your Manny Pacquiao's, your Sugar Ray Leonard's, all the greats of the past, and obviously Canelo obviously as well, because he'll be there. Does that put him there?
Yeah, for sure. Of course, nobody will ever.
Meanwhile, Crawford addressed the constant parallels to Floyd Mayweather Jr., emphasizing that every fighter should be judged in the context of their own period. He boldly asserted that he, like Mayweather, is the finest of his generation, and that pitting the two directly against each other is unnecessary. This strategy emphasizes Crawford's confidence in his successes and his desire to leave a legacy distinct from prior champions. Following Crawford's spectacular victory over Canelo Alvarez, his longtime trainer Brian Bullmac McIntyre stated that there is no reason to rush into another bout. Bullmac stressed that Crawford's victory is one of the most meaningful in his career, and that he needs to recuperate before returning to training. He stated that after the tough preparation and grueling 12-round bout, recovery must come first. Instead of focused on prospective future opponents, Bullmac suggested Crawford take a well-deserved rest to refuel both physically and emotionally. Crawford added that this rest is necessary for him to enjoy his accomplishment before embarking on the next stage of his illustrious career.
But we're going to get back in the gym. And we're going to assess that. And, right now I just want him to go on vacation, have some fun, spend time with his family, man, because we trained for like probably a half a year for that fight. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of time spent away from home, a lot of time spent away from the family. So I just want him to just go get back home.
And what for you?
Damn. And for you?
Hey, this thing.
Appreciate you. What you saying about training a half a year? We trained almost a half a year for that fight. So, you know what I'm saying? So that's why it was so...
Bernie Thigh Boxer, a close buddy of Terence Crawford, did not hold back after the Canelo fight, stating they attempted to loot us. He claimed that the judges failed to properly notice Crawford's dominance, pointing out that some rounds were scored incorrectly or far too close to what occurred in the ring. Bernie insisted that Crawford controlled the tempo, had immaculate fundamentals, and outworked Canelo from beginning to end. However, the official scorecards did not show that level of supremacy. Even though Crawford received a unanimous ruling in his favor, he felt the margins were unreasonable. His strong commentary demonstrates how judging controversies continue to spark debate in boxing. Even in battles where the winner's superiority is clear, official scorecards may not always reflect it.
Second time he destroyed every myth. Can he take the punch? Is he strong? Is this guy too strong? Man, he did everything. He did everything. Didn't he? Stood and fought with him. See how he
was in the pocket. Was in the pocket.
Turned him. Did everything. Talking about he too strong. Turned him a couple times. Pushed him.
Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather adds a new perspective to this potential fight. In 2013, he defeated the undefeated and rapidly rising Canelo Alvarez, a victory that stands out as a watershed event in Mayweather's illustrious career, demonstrating his unrivaled defensive ability and acute acumen. Fast forward to now, and Mayweather has set his eyes on Terence Crawford, the fighter who recently defeated Canelo with authority. Mayweather is doing more than simply creating attention in the boxing world by calling out Crawford. He's sending a strong message that he still believes he can compete with the sport's elite and is a formidable force inside the ring.
Fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young. Yeah. And he was like, that was when he was
No, he was
prime,
in his
right?
prime, yeah.
Prime, and you're only 23.
20.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I tried to beat him because, beat him. If you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23, so imagine that. But he was the better man that night. A lot of experience. He's a great fighter.
Could Floyd Mayweather's return to the ring to face Terence Crawford spark one of boxing's most historic matchups? Is it better for money to remain retired and let Crawford handle the show? Please share your thoughts in the comments. We want to know what you think.